It's final, almost. J-Lo and Ben Affleck are getting a divorce, and things are quickly moving towards the finish line. There's still a few weeks before the divorce is official, but it's been revealed that things have been settled and agreements have been reached, despite the couple not having a prenup. The lack of prenup shocked people when they first found out. Prenups seem like something that you always hear about in Hollywood, almost an unspoken mandatory rule, since oftentimes the parties entering into Hollywood marriages have so many valuable assets. Even for the public though, a prenup isn't really that strange anymore. Both Affleck and Lopez were wildly successful and wealthy before they married, and they only made more money during their marriage. Without a prenup in place, people were convinced that things were going to become ugly when it came to negotiations. There was a possibility that everything could be thrown into a pile and divided 50-50. While both parties were already wealthy before entering the marriage and continued to grow their wealth in it, like any other couple, one person's net worth is reported to be significantly larger than the other's. Someone will always lose in that situation. But luckily, there seems to be love and respect between the pair still, because it's been reported that it wasn't all that bad during negotiations. In fact, from what TMZ reports the couple decided, it seems like they were more than civil with the decision making. TMZ shared that the celebs were going to walk away with what they came into the marriage with. Anything that they had before, it is theirs to keep. But that leaves the question, what about everything they made during the marriage or bought? Affleck famously founded his and Matt Damon's production company, Artist Equity, just 4 months after he married J-Lo. A movie they produced even featured Lopez as a main character. And Lopez worked not just on that project, but a number of other movies unrelated to her former husband's company, including her album and its accompanying visual experience and documentary. It turns out the couple also came to the agreement to let each other keep anything they made during their relationship. An amicable deal. I mean, both parties are already very well off, and then they worked really hard during their marriage. Why not let each other keep the fruits of their labor? But we're not quite done talking about the finances just yet. It was also apparently agreed upon that neither party would have to pay spousal support. This also happened with Ben's last marriage to Jennifer Garner. They made that decision too. At the time, one lawyer explained the mechanics behind this choice. Jerry Wang did not work on the Garner-Affleck split, but they did provide context, sharing that the length of a marriage affects how much spousal support one needs to dish out. Over 10 years, which Affleck and Garner basically reached, means that one party would have to give more than if they were married less than 10 years. The longer your marriage is, the longer you might pay support, you get it. The rules are a bit different for super rich celebrities though. It's all based on income and earnings, said Wang at the time, further explaining that sometimes the courts won't award spousal earnings or deem it necessary if it's clear that both parties are able to support themselves. That's why famous celebrities that are known to make millions on their work, they often waive the spousal earnings stuff and aren't held to it like Garner and Affleck and Lopez and Affleck. It is clear from the divorce proceedings that the couple are still on good terms though. Before the end of last year, there were claims that Affleck and Lopez had met up to exchange holiday gifts. They actually were seen meeting up recently. It appeared that J-Lo was picking up her kid from Affleck's house. They were seen leaving the home with a large present-looking box, followed by Affleck. Lopez was also pictured hugging Affleck's son. It's clear that the family loved each other a lot. Both celebrities went into the marriage with children from previous marriages. They have spoken kindly of their family unit many times, and sources claiming to be close to the couple often shared that the family got along well. Ben Affleck was a parent to J-Lo's family for about 2 years, and vice versa. That doesn't just go away. A source close to the couple shared that even though they still hold love for each other and their families, the stars aren't looking to keep a co-parenting relationship. In fact, even though the divorce was already announced, Lopez, Affleck, and even Jennifer Garner were all spotted supporting their families in the same place. Having such talented actors for parents, that's definitely carrying down the lineage. Their kids go to the same school and were in a school play together, and all 3 parties were photographed looking very excited and supportive of the young actors. It's also been revealed that after the divorce, J-Lo will be changing her name. Admittedly, it's an expected change. She will be going from Jennifer Lynn Lopez Affleck back to just Jennifer Lynn Lopez. Makes sense. Really, J-Lo still went by Jennifer Lopez throughout the entire marriage because that's the name everyone in the world had called her for years, but she did sign some messages to fans and things of that nature as Jennifer Affleck. The big question is, what is the famous couple splitting? We know that they are both walking away with what they individually made during the marriage despite not signing a prenup or anything, but what about the money they made together or the things they simply purchased together, like their $61 million mansion, for example? The house was one of the first things that clued the general public into the beginning of the end. Celebrity gossip sites picked up on on the fact that Ben Affleck had moved out of the mansion he shared with J.Lo and into a rental closer to his children about mid-2024. At the same time, TMZ revealed that J.Lo had been out house hunting. That was suspicious enough to get people talking, but then the couple's mansion suddenly quietly appeared for sale on the market and, well, everyone just came to the conclusion that the couple must have parted ways. It wasn't long after this that the divorce was actually confirmed. Being a luxurious mansion owned by famous Hollywood stars, it's reported to be filled with valuable art pieces. TMZ dropped the news in July of last year that the couple had listed many pieces from their collection and there were already interested buyers. At this point, the divorce was not announced or anything, so it was just another sign that things were unfortunately coming to an end. Whether or not it was true, the outcome was what everyone had predicted. It's unclear what remains inside the house today. When Ben was living at the rental, J.Lo did apparently remain living in the mansion. As it stands, TMZ reports that the couple did come to an agreement about the home and presumably also its contents, but the details are confidential. It's all speculation and rumor now as the house is still on the market. But who is the person who helped this famous couple with no prenup come to an agreement when there are such valuable assets on the table? That would be Laura Wasser. And believe me when I say this is probably easy for her. After looking into this woman, I am sure that there is no one out there more qualified to handle the situation. She is a popular celebrity divorce lawyer, but there might be more to the story this time around as to why Affleck and Lopez selected her. She also mediated Affleck's divorce from Jennifer Garner a few years ago. They also apparently didn't have a prenup and also managed to agree on a property split. It's pretty clear why Laura was likely brought into the picture again, considering it's so similar to what happened last time. But if that wasn't enough to convince you she was right for the job, the lawyer has quite an impressive history of clientele. She was Kim Kardashian's representation during her divorce from Kanye. Britney Spears hired her for her divorce. She was Angelina Jolie's first lawyer during her divorce. She represented Johnny Depp, Drew Barrymore, Heidi Klum, and was the reason Ryan Reynolds and Scarlett Johansson had such an amicable split. Laura knows how to handle a room. There are way more big names that she has helped, but we would be here too long if I were to list all of them. The basic point is, there's probably no one else out there more qualified to handle the Affleck-Lopez divorce than this woman right here. Now that everything is allegedly settled, all the pair has to do is wait for the official finalization date, which is in just over a month, February 20th to be more specific. But what do you think? Let us know, and if you're obsessed with J.Lo and want more, check out Unbelievable Rules Jennifer Lopez makes her staff follow. Thanks for watching. Bye.
And kind of, you know, in sweatpants and my striped socks.
We're not going for
and
that.
thinking
I'm not pretty and all this.
I'm not saying I'm not pretty.